Welcome back to Prep Rally. I'm Chip Souza, joined by Rick Fires. And Rick, we're going to recap Week 7 last week of the high school football season. Had some big games. And Rick, we're starting to kind of see the conferences kind of take shape, kind of seeing
pecking order,
that kind of thing. Last week went a long way toward helping determine that, I think. Now, you and I, our game of the week was over at Fayetteville. We covered Bentonville High over at Fayetteville. Now, Rick, Bentonville undefeated. Coming into this game, Fayetteville was kind of riding a 2-game win streak, but it was all Bentonville.
I can say this about Fayetteville. They've been beaten badly by the two best teams in the state, Bryant and Bentonville. Fayetteville played with them for almost the first half, but man, then Bentonville just dominated. They scored, I think, 41 points. And my goodness, I have an advantage walking the sidelines where I can see that Preston Crawford, my goodness, that 40-yard touchdown?
52, I believe, yeah.
52? He made a cut just like an NFL guy, and then the defenders just rolled off his back right there. Fayetteville had a couple good plays. That Hank Gibbs, do you remember that one when he threw it 60 yards in the air? It was like,
he got a laser. What did Peyton Manning say? I got a laser rocket arm. Hank Gibbs has a laser rocket arm. He does have that. But
I was just looking up there like that, and whoa! And it was an 80-yard touchdown play, but he threw it 60 yards. So.
Satanga. Isaiah Satanga.
Okay, I got the Isaiah.
There's a name to keep that name in mind.
Yeah.
Isaiah Satanga. He when he gets behind the defense, he's gone.
He's gone.
If you get him the ball, he's gone. Now, two things that stand out in my mind about the Bentonville win. Number one, they rushed for over 300 yards.
Yeah.
You rush for 300 yards,
they're physical.
You're going to dominate that game. Two, they allowed Fayetteville 65 yards on the ground. So when you rush for 309 and give up 65, you're going to win the game most times, and that's exactly what Bentonville did. 55-14 in a dominating fashion. Fayetteville did hit them with a couple of big plays, and that's something that Jody Grant said that they would work on this week, and you can bet that they will, not letting people get behind the secondary. But Bentonville, wow, I'm just very impressed with them. Ben Pankow at quarterback, he passed for almost 200, ran for about 135. He's just such a great athlete there at quarterback. He can hurt you with his legs. He can throw the ball. They got some good receivers there at Bentonville. So
special teams.
So but they missed a. They missed a PAT.
How about Chuck? What?
Yeah. So it happens. But man, Bentonville in just dominating fashion. Now across the other side of the region, over in Centerton, Bentonville West hosted Springdale Harbor in a big
dominating fashion.
But it was a great game, 24-20. Bentonville West in that one. Our Henry Apple covered that game, and it was Bentonville West knocked down a pass in the end zone at the end of the game to preserve a 24-20 win. There you go, 24-20 win. Nick Whitlatch, huge rushing game for West. He has kind of taken over that primary back role for the Wolverines. That's kind of something I talked with Coach Pratt about after their game. They played Springdale. I said, Coach, Whitlatch coming to you and say, hey, Coach, I think I need to get the ball about 20 times a game.
Yeah.
He said, well, we like to play a lot of backs. I said, Whitlatch sees that ball about 20 times.
Yeah.
So anyway,
very
strong runner, very fast, and anyway, he had a big night and big win for West. And so what we talked about was the winner of that game probably going to inside track to number one or number 2 spot in the conference, and of course that comes with that a big bye in the first round. So big win for West there.
Hey, Nate, I got to emphasize the point that Maddox Thornton, he just knocked it down. He didn't try to. No. I've seen kids try to do too much and everything. There was a heads-up play. Just knock the ball down. You see it on college level, NFL level. You try to intercept it, bounce off your chest. The receiver gets
bat it down.
So bat it down. Go down.
Bat it down.
Oh, just like that.
Just like that.
Sweet.
So, and then the other big win on Friday night was Rogers got their first win. They beat Springdale. Rogers' first win of the season. Big game for Hunter Lloyd at quarterback. That game might be what it needs to get Rogers into the playoffs, so we'll see. So that's kind of the recap of the 7A West on Friday. We're going to take a break right here, and we're going to catch some of the great photos that our photo staff for the Northwest Arkansas Democrat-Gazette got last week. When we come back, we'll have Paul Boyd's weekly volleyball report. We're wrapping up that volleyball season.
Come on
back.
Come on.
And we'll be right back after this.
Arkansas Democrat-Gazette with your volleyball report this week. We're headed down the stretch in high school volleyball season. Last week of the regular season this week. State tournament's coming up next Tuesday, but this week we had some big matches. Springdale Harbor taking on Fayetteville on Tuesday. Harbor comes up with a big 3-0 win. Really tough, close match, but Harbor gets the sweep and the number 2 seed in next week's state tournament. That gets them a first round bye. Nice job by Harbor coach Cassie Lloyd and her group. Played steady. Fayetteville had leads, had set point twice in the first set, led 22-21 in the second set, and also 19-18 in the third. But Harbor steadies out and gets the win. Really good play from their outside hitters, Kyler Greenlee and Mackenzie White. Did a great job. Fayetteville concentrating on Harbor's big sophomore middle Cat Cooper, but the outsides came through. Did a nice job, great job defensively by the Lady Wildcats as well. It's also rivalry night around the rest of the 6A West. Rogers High comes up with a 5-set win over Rogers Heritage. Bentonville High takes out crosstown rival Bentonville West in 4 sets last night. The Lady Tigers will be the number 1 seed from the 6A West in next week's state tournament. Congratulations to Coach Michelle Smith and her group taking the 6A West regular season title there. We head to state tournament play next week. Here's a little rundown. This week, Bentonville and Harbor get the first round byes. They'll be the 1 and the 2 seeds from the 6A West. Fort Smith Southside going to the 6A Central. They took out crosstown rival Fort Smith Northside last night and wrapped up a 6A Central conference title as well. They will be the 1 seed from the Central and also get a first round bye. The Conway Lady Wampus Cats will be the number 2 seed, defending state champions Conway. They picked up a win, and North Little Rock was knocked off last night, so they'll be the 2 seed and also get a first round bye. I'll run down the first day matchups from Tuesday, next Tuesday, the first day of the state tournament at Cabot. Fort Smith Northside will take on Rogers. Fayetteville will face Mount St. Mary's. Van Buren takes on Cabot, and North Little Rock will face Bentonville West, and those are all first day matchups. A few milestones this week. Congratulations to Bentonville coach Michelle Smith for her 350th win over the weekend. Also, they had a couple of players. Savannah Riney surpassed 1,000 kills, while Taylor Shapley had reached 1,000 assists for their career. Congratulations to those. And you guys come on out. We're headed down to the end of volleyball season. Come on out and watch a little volleyball. Come see me at a gym near you. Thanks.
And we're back. Thanks as always, Paul. Wow, great arm. If Patrick Mahomes, hey, maybe I'm not going to be the replacement. Maybe our camera guy back here, Tony's going to be the guy.
What about Travis Kelsey, the catch right there?
I saw that.
Sweet.
Wait on that phone call. It's coming, I'm sure.
Okay.
So thanks, Paul, again for volleyball. You know, we're wrapping that up, Rick. They're going to have the state tournament be coming up here in about another 2 weeks. So they're rapidly fall is it's kind of coming.
I know. We're in a transition period, right?
That's a big word. That's a big word.
Transition period, yeah.
The leaves are changing colors, and man, you're coming up with big words. Did somebody give you a dictionary this week? I'm trying to figure this out.
I just, every once in a while, I find one of those. Very rarely, though.
Very rarely. So this week, Rick, you and I will be over at Gerald Williams Bulldog Stadium again. We were there a couple weeks ago. Got Fayetteville coming in this week. That will be our game of the week this week, the Battle of the Bulldogs.
Yeah.
So that'll be always a good one.
They've been playing like 110 years,
something like that. About as old as you are, I think. Did you remember what the first game was like? Did you remember that? Did you cover that first game?
No, I wasn't there. I heard about it, though.
So we'll have that. Don't forget, we'll be live at 5:30 from Gerald Williams Bulldog Stadium at 5:30 for Prep Rally Live. come join us for that, or at least join us on YouTube Live for that, as we bring you a little bit of insight for that game and some of the other games going on in the area. So that wraps up a little bit of insight. That wraps up this week's show, and thanks for being with us. Don't forget, we'll have coverage of all things football, volleyball. Got some cross country coming up here. Got the conference meet coming up next week, then the state after that. So we'll have all of that coverage in the Northwest Arkansas Democrat-Gazette. That takes us to the end of the show, and don't forget to stay with us and join us back next week.